Hi. My name is Gary. Welcome to my channel. I've been how do I start this? So, I'm 20 years old and I've been wanting to do YouTube since I was probably 12. And here I am today, breaking out of my shell, breaking the ice, and gathering up the courage to make a video. Excuse this little guy. Yes, this little thing. It helps for you to hear me better. I hope I can fix it for next time that it's not in my mouth, essentially. But yeah, bear with it for now. I'm still trying out. It's all new to me. Not shooting with a camera, but doing YouTube. So I'm breaking out of the shell, and I hope that you stay here with me for the journey. I hope that I can make these regularly. So this channel is going to be a place where I can just express myself. So I'm hoping to make a lot of commentary videos on movies, on games, on any piece of art, really, like whether it's an artist of paintings or a sculptor or game designer or movie maker of any kind, or just a movie or a game. I really want to talk about that. My passion is art. I'm currently a student in visual effects, so I do 3D and these kinds of things. But previously I've also been a student of cinematography and cameras and production, so general filmmaking. So movies are my passion, and I live to do this right now. So I really wanted to do this because I finally feel comfortable enough to put my face on the internet. I've been genuinely scared. I've been scared to put my face online. I don't post many pictures of myself. I don't shoot videos of myself, and it comes from a place of insecurity, and it's not a place that I want to stay in. And I'm proud of myself for finally feeling like confident enough to do this, to sit down, set up my camera and try and upload a good looking YouTube video. So please be nice. I'm new, and I hope that I can continue doing this. But yeah, I'm also gonna upload gameplay. I play games. I have my trusty little Switch, and I'm hoping to put some gameplay of some games I love. And just have fun. I love watching YouTubers that are kind of doing their own thing, and they do anything from gameplay to book commentaries, So this is the kind of place I want to build. It's just a place for me to express myself, and if you enjoy, give it a like, and if you don't enjoy, give it a thumbs down. I think that's fair. So it's kind of a feedback system. Please be kind. And yeah, so for this first video of YouTube, of my YouTube beginnings with my face, I wanted to talk about a new Netflix series called Dash and Lily. So Dash and Lily is a Christmas rom-com series. It's not usually something that I am interested in. It's very much the kind of show or movie that's, I call them bubblegum movies. They're very important, of course, because they entertain us and keep us distracted, but they're not the kind of show that you invest a lot of energy, a lot of your time, and a lot of your thought into. It's not like a Christopher Nolan movie, let's call it. So I'm surprised how much I liked it. I absolutely loved Dash and Lily. I think it was such a great show in everything that it did. Most of the things that it did, okay, let's say. So let's start off with the premise. Dash finds a notebook left in a bookstore in New York, and on the cover of the notebook it says, "Do you dare?" He opens the notebook and finds a couple of challenges he needs to do in order to like satisfy a girl that wrote the notebook. And it sets him off on this journey where him and her start sending each other dares, challenges, and messages through this notebook until they eventually meet. And of course, along the way, you have crazy things happen, and it's just an entertaining journey. And as a premise, I love it. But I think the premise is made so much stronger by the first and second episode. The first and second episodes' editing is fantastic. In the first episode, you see entirely Dash's perspective on the situation. And you even wonder, like, are you even gonna see Lily? I had this moment probably halfway through the episode where I was like, oh, is Lily gonna be a big reveal at the end of the series? It's not the case, but it's still very interesting. It keeps you thrilled throughout the episode, and it also puts you in his shoes, and you start understanding how he's idealizing the situation, and it's something that he distracts himself with from his daily life, which is he has his problems just like any human being. And that's a side of the show that I don't agree with, is that they're making this about teenagers. They're saying that these are 17-year-olds that are throwing very rich parties and drinking alcohol in the evening, like heavy brandy or something, and I'm like, what? Like, this is very much a young adult story. This is very much a story about college students that are still trying to find themselves in life. It's a coming of age story, but I don't agree that these are 17-year-olds. I think that they probably made the decision to call them 17-year-olds because teenage rom-com stories are a kind of demographic that they're targeting. But I very much, as a 20-year-old college student, relate to it far more than I would have related to it when I was 17. That's all I'm gonna say. So I think on that level, I connect with it a lot. And so outside of the premise, later on in the show, you meet this character called Sophia. And she is my absolute favorite character. She is an ex of Dash. So, you know, there's the drama of... is he gonna go back to his ex or Lily or blah blah, and like in typical kind of cliche, she's beautiful, smart, gorgeous, but she is not a bitch. And that's where I praise this show so highly. I love her character. Again, she speaks 6 languages, she's communicative, she's smart, she's kind, she never really steps out of line or goes into boundaries that were established. She has a healthy relationship with Dash. They never make her toxic. And that's a cliche that most of these kinds of movies have. The ex is beautiful, but she's toxic. Or she's mean, she's bad. And you have these women that are kind of degrading themselves over a man. And this show never does that. It really shows a growth in all of its characters, and Sophia as a secondary character is beautifully done. There is a scene where like the best friend tells Dash, oh, you shouldn't go back to her, she's bad for you, she's turning you to your old self, and that scene is completely redundant. We never really see a moment where she's truly toxic, and we've never even seen the old Dash. It's never established that Dash was different before. So it really is just redundant. And I personally think that Dash should have ended up with Sophia. But the show does a great explanation of why they don't. They go to a museum, she rents an entire museum for him, and they go inside, they start kissing, and Dash stops and says, it just doesn't feel right. And that, to me, is a very healthy representation of a relationship. It is a representation that you don't need to justify your feelings with external factors. You don't need to have someone be extremely toxic and horrible and mean for you to say, I just don't feel the same anymore. And that's a very healthy outlook. And I agree with it. I think that Dash just saying, you're not the one for me is enough. And it's healthier than trying to make a character that's toxic and then having the entire audience be like, oh yeah, obviously you don't want to be with this mean girl. And I love it. I love the show for that. I love that the show never degraded this girl to prove a point. Because the point is, it's about how you feel. It's about the personal desire. And in that time, Dash just wanted Lily. And that's okay. And me, as the audience, completely understood it. I didn't need more explanation. And that's it. It's fine. And even Sophia explaining herself as to why she likes Dash and having this awareness that he feels comfortable. I can empathize with that. You know, I haven't had parents that traveled a lot, but I can empathize with a person who's been traveling a lot, who can't really settle down, who doesn't feel at home anywhere. And they find that in a partner. They search for that in a partner. Yeah, it's not very healthy, obviously. It's not healthy to idealize a partner in any way. And the show makes it a point that you shouldn't idealize your partner. But it's true. It's realistic. It's very much a thing. And I've experienced it myself. And it happens. And it's okay that it happens. It doesn't need to be, you know, ugly or toxic. It's real. And that's what I love about this show. Despite how whimsical it can feel at times, despite the crazy coincidences, you know, you have these two people that haven't spoken in like years, and now in one of the biggest metropolitan cities they meet at the same club. Wow. You know, such coincidences are a little whimsical and magical. But outside of that, I feel the show has a very realistic ground, and I love that. It's very entertaining. It keeps you on the edge of the seat. It's very entertaining for a show essentially that's bubblegum. I loved it. So I truly recommend Dash and Lily. It's a healthy show. It's fun. And if you're looking for some Christmas fun and Christmas love and something to make you believe in love again, I recommend. So 10 out of 10. Well, 10 out of 10 is a bit much. I'll give it like a... On the Christmas rom-com spectrum specifically, I would give it probably an 8.5 out of 10. I think they did a very, very good job. And I hope that you tell me what you think. Like, go watch the show, tell me what you think. So that was it from me for today. I'm breaking out of the shell. I hope this gave you some insight into what I liked into the show, and maybe now you want to go see the show. And that's kind of maybe what this channel will be like. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, I don't know, leave me a comment. I'm still here. Yeah. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.